magic never gone. Got our Mickey ears on, won't go to bed. We're Disney Insomniacs, enough's been said. Wandering Main Street with dreams so bright, Cinderella's castle glowing in the night, pirate ship sails and rockets in the sky. We're chasing Tinkerbell, those fireflies, sleeping at the castle gates, dancing with our dreams so late. Mickey, Minnie, Donald too, we're Disney bound till the sunrise blue. Teacups spinning, hearts a whirl, it's a small land after all around the world. Haunted mansion gives us chills at 3. But we're ghost hunters now, come and see. Got no sleep, but we're feeling fine, 'cause we're living in this Disney time. Every night it's a new parade with fireworks and magic we'll never trade. Sleeping at the castle gates, dancing with our dreams so late. Mickey, Minnie, Donald too, we're Disney bound till the sunrise blue. Teacups spinning, hearts a whirl, it's a small land after all around the world. Haunted mansion gives us chills at 3. We're ghost hunters now, come and see. Got no sleep, but we're feeling fine, 'cause we're living in this Disney time. Every night it's a new parade with fireworks and magic we'll never trade. Sleeping at the castle gates, dancing with our dreams so late. Mickey, Minnie, Donald too, we're Disney bound till the sunrise blue. We're Disney bound till the sunrise blue.
Man, I do love that song. That's pretty that's pretty sharp. Welcome in everybody. Disney Insomniacs late night. Late night. We got some fun planned. We got the game tonight. Always like game night. It's going to be a good time. We've got a great guest, Scooter Adventures. I see the links already being dropped into the chat. Thank you. Great channel. You're going to get to talk with Mike a little bit tonight, and it's going to be fun. We're going to get to learn a little bit about them. I got some big announcements. I got a big announcement about a guest next week. It's been a crazy day. Let me go say hello to the chat. Then I'll talk a little bit. Then we'll get Mike in here. We'll get things rolling. Randy, hello. Oh, I did notice we have a lot of new names in the chat tonight. Most likely, names of those who have found our channel recently. We've had some nice share outs by YouTube on several of our videos. One of the videos is approaching 1 million views. We're getting a lot of new names in the community lately. Welcome to everybody. We're glad you're here. And finding our community. Randy, hello. Susan Silva, hello. Debbie Bernfeld, hello. Miss Julie McCowan, hello. Let's see here. Dropping down. Vicky Gillespie, hello. Spaceship Ears, hello. John. John, will be keeping score today. Appreciate you, buddy. Fred O'Malley's all over the chat. Love it, Fred. Good to see you, buddy. Miss Monorail Molly, hello. Welcome in. Miss Debbie Bernfeld, hello. Cruising Theme Parks, hey, Sierra. How are you doing? Great to see you. Mr. Thibodeau, hello, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Dropping down. Jonathan Chong, hello, JC. Welcome in. Lamont Gray, good to see you. Dropping down, trying to get everybody here. All aboard with Blake. Blake's up near the top of the scoreboard. Good to see you, Blake. Might see Blake next week when I head down to Disney. Never know who I'll run into. Hopefully, I'll run into some friends. Be nice to do that. Especially on Saturday the 14th when I'm doing the charity stream. If anybody's around, I would love to see you stop by Magic Kingdom and say hello during the charity stream. I'm sure the people at home would love to see you. Jill Watchbrick, hello. Great to see you. Thank you, Jill, for all your support of my channel. George S. Cook, hello. Welcome in. Magic Adventures, hello. Great to see some Marylandarians in the chat. My friend Dave Stragan is here. Good to see you, Dave. Daniel Barry, hello. Nitro Neil, hello. Fun to be free. John, I hope to see you when I'm down there, buddy. Definitely hoping to meet you. Debbie Thunert is here. Hello, Miss Thunert. Saturday Parks Live. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here tonight. Hope you like what you see. Dropping down. I'm trying not to miss anybody. You know how this thing skips from time to time. Ms. Thibodeau is in the house. T. Marie's Place is in the house. Mr. Jeff Condon. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Francisco, hello. Welcome in. Bump, 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 bump. Dropping down. Stacy Rogers is here, everybody. Hello, Miss Rogers. Drop it down. Oh boy, it just jumped on me. David T is in here. Magic Fanatic. Might meet them when I'm down there. Maybe that'd be cool. I know I'm gonna see the Nitro version of Neil and his wife, I believe. Detroit Diz, good to see you, buddy. Sean, how you doing? Kendrick, great to see you. Fast Pass Radio. Anthony, hello. Good to see you, my friend. Drop it down, drop it down, drop. Nathan, hello. Welcome in. Ryan Wesley, hello. Roger Shue, hello. Bump, 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 bump. Drop it down, drop it down. All right. I think I'm caught up. Magical Mike is in the house as well. Good to see you, everybody. Welcome in. If I missed you, I promise I will get you as you come back around. Just keep the chat going. Listen, a couple things. First off, big announcement. Big announcement. Uh, if you're looking for friends to stop by June 14th, I guess I will. Really? You're stopping down? You guessed you will. Hold on. We might have another major announcement. We might have to have a call in here. There might have to be a phone call to the station studio tonight. Keith Winter, hello. Listen, first things first here. We are now going to start doing a birthday acknowledgments. Birthday acknowledgments. So if I do not have your birthday right now, put it in the chat. Put your month and day into the chat. Debbie Bernfeld is tracking it, starting probably in, I probably go through the month of June, so probably starting with July, we will start doing a segment with that. I might even test it tonight. So put it your month and date if you'd like to be a part of it into the chat. Debbie Bernfeld is going to track it for us. That way, Debbie, you can go right through the chat here and pull all these dates up and put their names in. You can do it on the replay. It doesn't have to be tonight if you get it done tonight, but we would like to make you a part of this. This is a new section of the city. I know other people do it. I'm going to be doing it differently than them. I'm not going to try to replicate other people, but I want to do it the right way. So if you want to put your month and date in the chat so we can recognize you. William, hello, my friend. Good to see you. That's something new we're going to start doing. So Jacob Herring, hello. Welcome in. Jason, hello. Welcome in. So Debbie will take care of tracking all that for us, and we will work starting with July, and we might test this segment tonight. So that's first thing. Second thing, I had a great day today with my prosthesis people. Let me get that right. Cole Carey, hello, buddy. Let me get that right. My prosthesis people. I had a great day today. I am getting new legs on the 18th of June. My test legs were in today. We went down. We did some testing. We reworked sockets and changed some pieces around, and I am just excited about these brand new legs. The I did a test walk through the facility on them, and it was more comfortable. It was more balanced. I haven't told anybody this yet because I was going to tell. I wanted to share it with somebody today, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'll do it here, and everybody can hear it at the same time. I jogged for the first time today since the incidents happened. I actually jogged through the building in the new legs, and holy hell, it was unreal. It was unreal. So I can't wait to get the actual legs. I got to wait 2 weeks, and they're going to have American flags on the legs, which I'm really excited about that. So that's really cool. Jill, remind me, because I know Debbie's doing her thing. Remind me to remind everybody again at the end about the dates for birthdays so we don't forget. So um, let's go do what we're going to do. So I'm excited. That's great stuff, right? Welcome into everybody in the chat. We got the game tonight. We're going to go over numbers in just a minute. But before we hit to the community stuff, let's talk about our friend that's coming in. Okay, I'm excited tonight. We met this friend through our focus that we do of looking for new channels, trying to bring people to the community, make it a part of what we do, right? And we met Scoot Adventures, and great little channel. Everything they do is from a scooter, as you guys know. When I'm down there, I do that. Uh, it's kind of exciting. So I'm excited to sit and talk with them tonight. You're going to get to know a little bit on through our Two Truths and a Lie. They have a great channel. You can check them out over on YouTube. With that, let's get our friend in here, Mike. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in.
Pete, how you doing, sir?
I'll be doing much better if you get rid of that cup.
If the cup he's talking about is right here.
We don't need
Got
to
a
see
little,
that. We don't need to see that. We're trying. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to quit. Trying to quit.
yeah. There you go.
How you
Hey, look
doing?
at that chat tonight. That chat's like a who's who tonight. You see that chat?
Chat's
You got
rocking.
Sierra out there, John Fun to be free, and there's a
We
lot
got
of people in that chat tonight.
There's a lot
Um,
of good people in the chat tonight. Jen says Yankees schmankies. We might have to get Molly to call in here a little bit. Welcome into Rocket Rocket Raccoon Fan One. Hello, Rocket Raccoon Fan. Oh, from Rocket from out there.
yeah,
Jacob, don't come into my channel talking about other channels. You want to direct something to me, you direct it to me individually offline. We don't do that on my channel. That is completely disrespectful to every other creator that is out there on YouTube. Nick Curcio, hello. Great night to watch indeed. It is going to be a good night. Your Yankees are doing well. Congratulations to that. Judge carrying the team. I'm waiting
yeah,
for
yeah,
him
he
to
is.
cool a little bit, but my Orioles aren't doing a thing, so it is what it is. I can't do anything about it.
It's a crazy American League East this year. You know,
It is.
it's a little strange,
It
different.
is. So
Even
still
the Rays aren't doing what they usually do. But
Hey, I still love baseball. I was up in Fenway this past weekend. It was exceptional, exceptional. We're still going to Milwaukee. We're going to Chicago White Sox to see their
yeah,
stadiums. I believe Preston is pushing me. He was pushing me again today about going to Cleveland to see the Orioles play the Guardians. So a lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of great baseball. Heck,
yeah.
we're not even halfway through the season yet, Mike. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're not even to the All-Star break. We got a little ways to go. But that story you told the other night about Fenway, I was loving that, hearing that story about when you went up there. That
It
was
was
pretty
it
cool.
was awesome. It was awesome. You'll hear a lot more of stuff going on with baseball and us in the near future. John Day at the Parks, welcome in. Listen, you guys, if you're brand new tonight, I need you to do two things. One, as we put up the link for our guest tonight, make sure you click it. Check them out. If you like what their content is, if you like hanging out with Mike here, hit them and give them a follow based on what to watch their content. And if you're new to our channel, click that button, hit that subscribe, be a part of what we do here at the channel. We're building a community of magic over here. Before we get started, Mike, I got to talk about this here real quick. We have got some special stuff coming up on the channel here, and we're going to talk about it in the community section. But I want to talk about one for a second that just blew my mind. I'm going to jump over here to this community thing so you and I can talk, and I'm going to pull up this thing because I can tell you I had to pick up the phone and call my friend, Spaceship Earth, who Spaceship Ears. I call him Spaceship Earth because his dad basically created it. Spaceship Ears, John. I had to call him and talk to him this afternoon. I was working on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who Bob Weiss is, you need to take a few minutes, maybe this weekend or over the next week, and just do a Google of him. I swear to God, I've interviewed a lot of people. This guy has touched so much in the Disney community through Walt Disney Imagineering. It's unbelievable. He retired as the president. He's actually worked on a project, Mike, in every Disney park there is.
Wow.
Every one. You know,
Yeah.
he
He had a
oversaw
big hand. He had a big hand in cars, didn't he, out at
Cars
in California?
Cars
The Cars
Land. He
man.
oversaw Cars Land,
Yep.
the overseas markets. He's been, he reached out to me and he says, "Hey, I need you to move your date up," which he is, to June 18th. He moved it up because he's got to fly back out to Tokyo, and I'm like, "Hey." So it's not often, we started this precedence in my mind. We started it with John DeCure. That was who started off our interview process and the excitement that I got back into of wanting to do interviews again.
Right.
It was something I used to do a while and I took a break. Frankly, because I got I don't know, I don't think if bored is the word, maybe mentally blocked, frustrated just doing it by myself.
Burnt out, maybe.
Maybe,
That
I
does
don't know.
happen.
It was just something. But
Yeah.
John's interview with us was fantastic. And it really got things going. And to talk with somebody like John, who, his father had, worked directly with Walt and all the stuff he had done, and they worked on Ghostbusters and all that stuff. It really got me fired up. And it's building up to these things that we're doing. This is another checkbox, right? This is another
Hmm.
checkbox in us on this channel getting to where do I want to get. I want sitting in Mike's seat on dialogues to be Bob Gurr, you know, Tony would be great. Baxter would be great. You
Yeah,
know,
they have
Mark.
a lot better resumes than I do. I tell you
Well,
that. That's for sure.
I love you here because this is what this show is about. Insomniacs is
Yeah,
about getting to know our community, and I love
yeah.
that you're here with us tonight. And
And I love being here. Thank you.
we're going to give out a lot of points, and please make sure again to check out this thing. But this is just another movement toward us getting some of the big names in Disney, and I can't wait. The dialogues show has been off the hook, but I just real excited about that tonight. And guys, make sure you put this date down. The 17th and 18th back to back here are going to be sick because on the 17th, Jason Christman is coming. Mike, you big Star Wars guy?
I like the franchise. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to any Star Wars conventions or anything like that, but,
You're not putting
you know,
a tattoo
I've
on
been
your
at,
arm like
May the
Jason.
4th be with you, and I love the whole thing, so.
Okay, that's good. I
Yep.
love Star Wars. I've been an advocate. I'm not a Star Trek guy, but I love Star Wars. On the
Yeah.
17th of June, Jason Christmas is coming. I've showed these before. This is his pieces of work art that he does. They are absolutely sick. The one here,
Wow.
this one is just stupid sick. This is incredible. He featured this, I think, at D23. We'll know more that night. We'll talk more with him that night. But 2 nights back to back on the channel when I return from Disney, the 17th and 18th. Please put it on your calendars, 8 p.m. Two amazing artists. We can't wait. Of course, this coming week on June 3rd, which is this coming Tuesday, Jen and I are going to be interviewing Stephanie LaBarris. And she's done amazing stuff. She's been on The Young Jedi. She's a major illustrator for them. She's done over 50 golden books, Mike. If you ever saw the
Wow.
that Grumpy Cat Golden Book series,
Yeah, yeah.
that's all her. That's all her.
I have a
And
grumpy cat. I have a grumpy cat.
well, there you go. Um, she's got an amazing lineup of tiki room and um, small world paintings that are sick. So she'll
Wow.
be here on Tuesday night. We're really excited about that. And
Was she
uh,
at the, at the Festival of the Arts? Was she down there for that,
she
or?
was at the Festival of the Arts and she was in California. Quick story with that, Mike. We had interviewed two other artists.
Mhm.
Kenny Yamada was out there and Mark Page was out there. They were out there at Disneyana. They use 3 artists at a time when they do it, and both of them were talking about my interview with Jen and them and how it was so good and how they loved it and
Wow.
blah blah blah. And she basically said, turned to Kenny and said, who is this person and where are they doing interviews from? And the next thing I know, she's reaching out to me saying, "Hey,
Wow.
here's who I am. Here's what I do. I'd love to be considered." And Jen and I said, "Yeah, let's do it. Come on." So she'll be here. So, and
That's
Theron
great.
skis. Talk about, here's another Disney Imagineer that had 30 years, 20, 30 years time in with the company. And Theron is in another Imagineer that will be coming in July. And I'll talk more about him as we get closer to it. So we are lining up, and I'm not done. I've got other ones booked that I haven't even talked
Awesome.
about yet because they're July, August timeframe. It's we're just going to rock it out and do it. So, all right, let's talk
And what
about this. Sunday night, the Triple C show, everybody. Everybody should have been hearing that we were promoting that Park Hopper Choppers was going to be here with the ladies. Park Hopper Choppers sent me a request and asked me to reschedule. Right now, here's the great thing. This community, our community, has helped them. Their business is taken off. They're so busy. Chris and Mary can't even. Yeah, they're close to being able to hire some employees. That's how busy they've been. But
Wow.
he was going to have to do the interview from the car, and I didn't want that. I wanted a good, solid interview there. I didn't want it at the car. So he asked for a request. We moved him back to October into one of those slots that we had available. Leanne Sherbuck. If you know, you know. She's an OG in the Disney community. She is a nurse that has helped a ton of people. When I was sick, she was reaching out to me. I know many others, and she is now doing Mickey Travels. And I reached out to her and said, "Hey, would you come on?" And she said, "Unbelievable! I'll be there, 100%." So Chris and Mary say thank you. Leanne's excited. Have you watched much of the Triple C show, Mike, have you had a chance to check it out?
A little bit, Pete. I won't lie and say I've watched every episode and all that, but I do
Yeah.
try to pop in whenever I can. So,
I
you
think
know,
the ladies do a
I'm
great job over there with their interviews.
yeah,
They
yeah.
do a great job.
Everything that's on this channel involved with this channel is great. I know
Thank
that.
you.
So
Appreciate
I've
that.
been trying to get caught up and trying to watch as much as I can.
Well, I
So
appreciate you for that. Nick, we have a Muppet video going up on the 3rd. I one of the Muppet videos. We have many coming. One of them will be going up on the 3rd. John Day says, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Yep, we're not far from 30K, 145 from 30K, but we'll keep working to get there. So Sunday night, tell everybody, tell your mom, tell your aunt, tell your cousin, tell your cat if he's got an iPad, he can text people or she. Leanne Sherbick is coming to the party. Friday night news and merch. Let's talk about this for a second. This Friday night will be a standard news and merch show. However, for those of you that are fans of my son, and I know there's a lot of people in here that love producer Preston, uh, Preston had a very big, the end of the year banquet for baseball, and that was on Friday night or no, Tuesday night. Tuesday night. And here's what I can tell you: there were accolades about Preston that were done. Friday night on the News and Merch show, I went and clipped it out of the full video. The full video of the whole thing was like an hour long. I clipped it out of there. There's two slots where he was recognized. I clipped them both out. Friday night, we are going to show them to anybody that might want to see them. If you don't care, no problem. You can mute us or look somewhere else that part. But if you want to see Preston getting recognized and sorry, hit the light switch. The nice things that were said about Preston, join us Friday night. Molly, Doug, and myself and Tina will be there. It's going to be a great show. I haven't even got a fill in yet. I'm going to work on a fill in for Friday night to do that with us, do the show with us, to hang out news and merch. Susan Silva, are you available Friday night? If you want to do the show with us, I've been promising you for a little bit. If you want to come in, let me know, and you could be our fourth person in with us. So Friday night, I will show the Preston thing. Now, why is that important? I'm going to show this early because do Mike, I was so impressed when you guys with what you do down there on your scooters, your tactical unit, the way you go around. If you haven't seen what they do, we've been dropping the link in for Scooter Adventures. I need to find it. Where was that? Can somebody drop that link again for me for Scooter? I want to pin it at the top. Molly's doing a great job dropping links tonight. Thank you.
thank you, Molly.
Bum, bum, bum. Debbie's dropping links as well. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank
I
you, Debbie.
appreciate you guys working together. That's the key. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. Yeah, if we drop there, Scooter, thank you. All right, boom. I'm going to pin that at the top so anybody can get to it along the way. Replace pin message there. Scooter is now pinned at the top for anybody that needs to find it. Um,
Thank you.
love the way they do stuff. We're going to talk more about their channel and what they do, and it's good stuff. But this this Friday will be a normal show. Friday the 6th will be a hangout show. I'm already working on guests. Let me make sure I got that right. Looking at, yep, Friday the 6th will be a hangout show right here, Disney News and Merch. We're going to have some great people coming in, some people you haven't seen, some you have. It's going to be an all hangout night. We might bring people in from the chat live, might give out the link and just bring people in. I don't know. We're going to go a little crazy. I still got to work it out with Jen and Doug and Tina as to what we're going to do, but it's going to be a fun night on Friday the 6th. And the last note is the 13th. The 13th, there will be no show on that Friday night. That'll be the one time we all take the night off because a lot going on and it'll be busy. So, with that all said, here's one of the big newses for tonight. Next week on Disney Insomniacs will be my son, producer Preston, live for Two Truths and a Lie. And Mike, it's going to be interesting because
Yeah, I got
I
to be there
asked,
for that.
oh my God, I asked Preston, I said, you can write stuff. He's like, well, some of the truths you may not want to know. I said, no, you can do them. I said, you just need to make sure you're out of Bart Simpson range so that I can't ring you and catch your neck. Nick Curcio, 199, holla, holla. Let's get Pete to 30K. Puts away and sub it up. Thank you, Nick, for the love. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that, my friend. So Preston will be the guest here. I don't know what he's writing. I'm not going to see it. This will be the one of the few times where this will be a live Two Truths and a Lie. and I will not see the questions or the lies until I see them. You're going to get a natural reaction. That'll be next week. Coming to you live from a Disney resort with Preston and I doing Disney.
You're gonna probably learn a little bit about Preston that night. You'll probably learn some stuff about Preston.
Mike, I
I
hope to
would
hell
think.
not. I hope I'm already in the loop, but good God almighty. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous
Right.
because,
Yeah.
you know, there's a good chance that he's going to say something stupid. I'm going to look right at him and he's going to know. So we will see. But you know what? He's growing up before all of our eyes. And many of you
It
can remember when he was just 11 years old, sitting here doing this and stuff. And now look at him and wait till you see the recognitions that he got on Friday night. They're short, but man, they're impactful. And he will be here. That's another thing I should say. Friday night for news and merch, he's going to be right here with me because he graduates from high school Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock or
awesome.
3 or 2 o'clock. So he will be here celebrating his graduation. I hope you guys will come in. Were your parents in the loop, Pete? A little bit, because my dad had friends that were state troopers that would try to keep an eye on me, but that's a whole different story. They didn't have
Yeah, yeah.
technology like we did back now. So all right, real quick, let me run through what we got going down here. We already hit this. Let me jump down here.
Now, Pete, I know you're in town for the closing of Muppets 3D over at
I am.
Hollywood.
I
Are
am.
you plan on being at Hollywood Studios that day
I
or?
am going to be at Hollywood Studios that day.
Awesome.
I will be there that
Yep.
day. Yep.
I'm gonna be
Yep.
out there myself, so
And to everybody that's in the community that I usually, that I meet up with or know, or that are creators down there, an email will probably go out by Friday or Saturday saying, here's my schedule of parks of where we'll be. Stop over, say hello, all that kind of good stuff. I'll get that out on email this week. Want to tell everybody that, wow, donations continue to come in for this. It's incredible. I just got in the mail, Mike, from one of the biggest artists in all of Disney. Scooter sent me one of the books that he created with his wife for all the drinks. And
mhm,
Scooter, not only did he sign it, Scooter drew his own personal art inside of the book for whoever gets it. So, Nick and
awesome.
Claire, there's Nick, our executive producer, the guy that's going to crush the video. Nick, you are going to get an email from me by Sunday with all the official characters for the event so you can start crushing out the video. Nick and Claire, big part of our Hall of Fame coming up. So we got that. I got that book in the mail from Scooter. The prizes that are going to be given away for our charity event are getting sick. A good portion of them will be given out when we do the big final August event. We've already raised over $4,100. I think we're at 41 something now for our event. Mike, I'm not sure if you heard. I mean, I heard about this a little bit, but we are raising money to support. This is all going directly to the Semper Fi America's Fund, where we're raising money for the nation's critically ill, wounded, and injured service members, veterans, and their
Amazing,
military families. It's
amazing.
I love it because all money goes directly there. Nobody else touches it. It is 100% tax deductible. So we're excited about that. We're going to do a stream in the park on the 14th of June, Flag Day. So that's the day. Been trying to put something together. Okay, I'll get you all the final names, Nick. Um, this is going to be exciting. June 14th, Flag Day. It's the Saturday night that we're down there. It's our last Saturday down there. I'm going to turn off all monetization on my channel with the exception of membership. I can't. YouTube won't let me. But I'm going to turn all the super chats and all off. And I'm going to tell everybody if you want to do something to support, let's raise some money for this cause. And we're going to give away. I've got about $350 to $400 worth of prizes, Mike. I've got Loungefly bags. I've got lug
Nice.
bags. I've got mugs. I've got signed books from authors. I've got all kinds of giveaways that we're going to do that night for people that donate anytime between now and then. Every $20 is a click in the donation fund. So you do $100, you get 5 opportunities. When we come back here the week after we get back, we will on Wednesday night put everybody's name into the wheel and spin. Um, if you're going to be in the area on June 14th, Jen, should you call in? I'm curious if you need to call in here right now. If you do, this is the time because I'm curious to what that's all about. We will have to watch one on rerun. We'll be at Mike's son's wedding. Okay. Well, rerun's good, and you can make donations anytime and still be a part of it. And every time you do it between now and then, you'll get acknowledgement. Debbie Bernfeld, $50 the other night. So nope, you don't need to call it. Okay, all right, just checking to make sure. Um, it's going to be a great one. I'm looking forward to that. If you're in town that night, the 14th, please come on over, support what we're doing. Say hi on the chat, talk to your friends at home. It's not about subscribers. I don't need you to tell people to come subscribe to my channel or any of that stuff. What I would love for you to do is just be there, say hello. If you want to tell people from that follow your channel to check it out that night for the fundraiser, that's great, especially if they are retired military, active duty military, or the family, because families serve just as much as the soldiers. And Mike's nodding his head. I know you acknowledge that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
It's a big thing. So I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
very proud of this. Sometimes it's not about what you do for yourself. It's about what you do for somebody else. And when you
Yeah.
can do it for somebody else that you don't even know, because my thing is those soldiers decided to enlist, they decided to go put themselves in harm's way, and
Voluntarily.
they did it voluntarily. Now, yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting compensated, it's a job, but they chose to put themselves in harm's way for you, for me, for Mike, for everyone that's listening to this. They did. So, hey, let's take care of them when they come back.
Mhm.
Trust me, I've been there, seen that, and done that. So, all right, real quick, I want to highlight the channels that we highlighted this week on Sunday. If you'd like to go back to Sunday's interview and stream on Sunday night, you can see all of the information on these channels, everything about them, their top videos, their top shorts, their playlists, all their information. We focused on meandering around with Johnny Jans. We focused on park hopping. Here's a channel, Mike. They got almost 27,000 followers, and I didn't even know they existed until the other day. I was like, "Holy cow!
Yeah.
Wow!"
Yeah.
Uh,
That's amazing.
you got Wonderland
Hmm.
Shenanigans at almost 3,000.
I like the
Uh,
name.
Roman and Reina, these are a brand new creator, almost 200 followers, working to build up there. Roman and Reina, and Magic Fanatic, who's in our chat. Magic Fanatic, everybody. Magic Fanatic is in our chat right now,
Hey, Magic Fanatic. Thank you for joining us.
and they are watching us right now. They've joined our community and been an active part of our community, much like Sierra has done, Magic Adventures has done, as we've found these people, Fast Pass Radio, Scooter Adventures, many. I can keep rattling off the names of all these people that we've met lately.
Fun to
They're
be free.
fun to be free. John does a great job. I can't wait to see him and see his contraption and all he's got going. John
Oh,
Day at the park. There's a
you got to
lot of
see that
people.
thing. You got to
Yeah, I
meet
heard
Frankie. It's called Frankie. You got to meet Frankie.
got Frankie. Good Lord. It's going to be fun. I look forward to meeting John. I saw Magic at the Parks in the link. I was looking, trying to find where they were. I wanted to go to their channel and see what their number was after us focusing on this week. And of course, I can't find them in my chat. And I know they were here because I said hello to them. Rocket Raccoon Fan. I love that channel name. Rocket
Yeah, that's
Raccoon
amazing.
Fan. Magic Fanatic. There we go. Go to channel. Let's see how many people they're at now. They were at 296 when I started this. Hey, they're at 305.
Look at that.
Nice. Nice. Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
Keep
Love it.
keep
Love it.
going, Magic Fanatic. Stay with it. Keep doing it.
It seems like 10,000 or 1,000 is that far away, but it's not. If you keep working at it, you keep delivering the
Right.
content.
We've all been there. I've thought about packing up Scooter Adventures a couple times, and you just got to
No,
stay with it. You got to stay with it.
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Hmm.
And, everybody moves at a different pace. I had somebody tell me one time, well, look at JoJo. Well, you can't look at Crittenden that way. I mean, JoJo
No.
exploded. He had the perfect storm come together at one time, you
Yeah.
know. But if you work hard and you keep doing it and you keep being consistency,
Right.
the key is there. I mean, you can look at so many people that were around when I first started. Prince Charming Dev's up to 100, I don't know, 150, 60,000.
Yeah.
Jackie Super Enthused is blowing the doors. Nate's
And
killing it.
she's amazing. She's
Yeah,
and Mr. Morrow. You got all
all
the
of them.
way down. All those guys have been around for years. When nobody even knew what YouTube was. Some of those channels go way back.
Way
You
back.
know,
And I can
Tim
tell everybody,
Tracker, all those guys at the
if
Woo.
if you're coming around me the week that I'm down there, there's a good chance you're going to see probably Jackie, probably Nate, definitely Nate, because Nate wants to see Preston and
Mhm.
tell him congratulations on graduating. I know that already. Um, but I've
Love
reached
them.
out to some of those guys already that are friends of mine that hopefully I'm going to have a beverage with. So hopefully you see them. Puddles in the Park. Hello, welcome in Puddles. Another great channel we found and our community. So it's going to be a lot of fun down there when we're
Now I
down
know you
there.
mentioned the Friday night that you're gonna have to get together. Is that gonna be? I think that's your Epcot day. Is that
Saturday,
your Epcot?
Saturday the 14th at Magic
Oh, okay.
is when I'm doing the big stream to raise money for the soldiers.
But
So
the one day after the park, I think it was, instead of doing the merchandise show, you're gonna have like a little get together with everybody.
uh
Is that Epcot
no,
or?
no, I'm not doing a meetup or anything like that. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
people. It's just if people want to come to the parks when I'm there and they want to hang out for a little bit, they'll know my schedule. But I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing a meetup. I'm a guy doing YouTube Disney that likes to meet up with friends, and
Nice.
I'm not down there trying to start up anything in Disney and get them aroused because there's a bunch of people getting together. I just want to
Yeah,
go to the
yeah.
parks. I want to have fun. I
Right.
want this trip, my son to have the best time. You know, I know that he
Yep.
wants to see certain friends of ours that are down there. We've got
Hmm.
we announced already that we have an event on Saturday the 7th. We are going to be broadcasting live from a boat out there on
Yeah.
the lagoon, and we're going to broadcast the fireworks
On a pontoon.
on the pontoon. Casey's Corner of the World did that for Preston as a graduation thing. There will be 10 people on the pontoon. Some are family, some are creators that you'll see that you names you know fully well. It'll
Hmm.
be a good time. Preston, had a fight for them, so it's going to be a good time. I just want him to have the time of his life, Mike. That's my biggest thing.
What a
You
unique
know.
perspective too to see it from the lake like that. To
I've
see
done
it
it
from out
once
there on the.
before. I never streamed it because I wasn't a streamer when I did it. I actually did it with Dev and I think it was Nick. No,
Mhm.
Magical no, what is it? Magical News Live Nick years ago. It was like, oh my God, it was every bit of 8 years ago, 9 years ago. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good
Yeah.
time. We're going to broadcast it. I'm going to try not to get thrown off the boat and do all that stuff. So we'll see what
Well,
we
you
can
got
do.
a lot of us are looking forward to running into you down here, Pete. I tell you.
I do like saying hello to people. Doug is going to bring his cheese balls. Doug's going to bring all his balls, cheese balls, candy balls, whatever Doug likes to eat, he can have it on the boat. That'll be a good thing. Doug's a good
Yeah.
dude. Which reminds me, great segue, Magical Mike. Doug tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning for his morning coffee talk with Steve and what other characters they have come in. And tomorrow night is uh, oh God, I always get it right. Shade Room Runway. And have you seen that show yet, Mike? I don't know if you've seen that or not. But
No, no.
this
To be honest, no, I haven't.
so this is pretty wild. Doug got together with Monorail Molly and Kelsey Elizabeth, and they review what people are wearing at the red carpet events before these big events. And tomorrow, I believe they're doing the ACMs, I believe Academy of Music Awards or AMAs, maybe AMAs. It's one of
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
Jen will correct me in just a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should be going in the chat right now. There we go. Shade Room Runway 20 AMA Awards. See, told you.
Okay.
AMA Awards. They've done a great job. It's fun. It's entertaining. There's laughs. Kelsey Elizabeth actually knows stuff about clothing that I can't figure out. But it's a good time. It'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Doug's channel. Doug is now a fashion expert, Mike says. Shade Room Runway will be the American Music Awards. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan's been a guest on there. It's a good time. Go check it out over on Doug's channel.
Well,
Uh,
Magical
so
Mike is quite the fashion guy too. Have you ever seen some of the shirts Magical Mike wears? That's pretty
I have
impressive.
I have not looked into the shirts. I've met them down at the parks. It was very nice. It was a
Yeah.
coincidence that
Good
they are
people.
both from Maryland as well, which
Yep.
was
I don't
unique.
hold
And
that against them. I don't hold
hey,
that
hey,
against them at
hey,
all. They're very nice
you want to get kicked off the show before we even play the game?
people.
Uh, tell everybody a little
Uh,
bit more about your channel, Mike. Tell everybody
okay.
what they're going to find over there on Scooter.
Okay. Well, it's basically it all started from I have a video background in New York before I even moved down to Florida,
Uh huh.
and came down here in '98 to be a cast member.
Nice.
Richard Petty driving experience at the Walt Disney World Speedway, right
And
there
don't give
in.
anything away that we're going to do on the thing too. Just a reminder. Don't go too deep.
Yep.
If you don't want to give away two truths and a
Oh,
lie,
right. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
because
So, well, the
Jonathan
channel
Chong,
basically,
he will cheat.
you
Jonathan Chong will
gotta
cheat.
reel me back in, Pete. You gotta reel me in.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, basically, the summary of the channel is I created it because everybody has that aunt or that grandmother or that relative that doesn't want to get on a scooter and come to the parks. Oh, I can't do that. It's too many people. I had that. My mom, you said that while she was still alive, didn't want to come to the park and spend time with the grandkids. So I know that that must happen a lot. So I figured if we start this channel, maybe it could give somebody, give somebody some hints, some tricks, some pointers, just to make somebody comfortable enough to get on a scooter, come out with the family, and enjoy the park. And we've been getting a lot of feedback, get a lot of emails and comments in our videos that people say. We just had one recently, and the person said I booked my um, lifetime dream vacation after watching some of your videos. I'm confident enough now to get a scooter. So
Nice.
it just seeing that stuff, it makes us that's what Scooter Ventures is all about. Just
I
to
love it.
tell people it can be done. Get the scooter. It's not impossible. It's crowded, but it could be done. Just get out there and have some fun with the family.
I love it. And again, not affiliated with Scooter Adventures, but I want to highlight them real quick.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call 407 989 9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
I love those guys. They're good friends of mine, good friends of the channel. They actually left their life in Vegas
Hmm.
because they love Disney. They dropped their jobs, they moved everything to Vegas and started up a scooter company. So from scratch. So they're battling a lot of the big boys. Oh, speak of the devil. There they are right in the chat. How about that? They are amazing people. Chris and Mary and his wife. Have you ever met them yet, Mike?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
I
Hopefully
gotta
someday.
I gotta introduce you to when we're down there. Got to make that happen.
I,
They're
I
good
look forward to
people.
that. Yep.
You know, you might be able to turn him over to be a Yankee fan. He'll flip flop like that on me. So on there. So all right, we're gonna talk more about his channel again. We're gonna keep dropping the links in there. It's buried at the top. Debbie just dropped the link for our friends for PHC, and we're gonna get into some fun here. Let's talk about two truths and a lie because we got to look at the scores and see how low Stacy Rogers.
I've got three stories, a twist inside. Two are true, one's a lie. Can you decide? Listen closely, pay attention keen. Guess the truth and win a prize. I mean, two truths and a lie. It's a game of fun. Can you spot the fake before the time is done?
Pitts, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see you. Just in time. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard right now, currently active. Here, let me bring it up on my big screen over here so I can see it. Let me pull up and get live. There we go. All right, currently at the top right now. Thank you again to first to Paul Engel for sponsoring this segment. Paul Engel is a great guy, supports our community through and through. Love the kid to death. He is doing creating. He's going to do more. He does a lot of stuff on Disney coins. Mike, he collects a lot of the like challenge coins that they create for security and
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get one here. Like this is a really cool one. This is a big one. Let's see if my hand will let me hold it. I love this one. So this is one that Paul gave me as part of his collection here. Which you can see it's got. Can you see it there?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I can see
Let
it.
me make
Yeah.
let me make myself big for a second. I'll bring Mike on the screen so we can see it a little bit better. So we're not so small. So it's got the
Oh
Disney
wow.
security logos on the front, which
That's
is really
awesome.
cool. These are things that Paul collects. And on the back is bad A double dollar signs all the way through. Ready for this? Mickey is Captain America.
Oh, get out.
Look at that.
I love it. I
That's
love that.
incredible. So these are the type of videos that Paul does.
Uh-huh.
He's promised me more coming, but Paul is a huge support to this channel. He's a friend of the channel, and his fiance, I say it right, is also one of our broadcasters on the Triple C. So thank you, Paul, for supporting the this segment each week. Thank you to John, Spaceship Ears, for keeping track of points, and Jen for coming up with these all these ideas for me to do over here. It definitely does help. Debbie Bernfeld in the lead. Where are you right now? Are you on here? Scooter Adventures. You got to be on the list.
Yeah, I don't know if I am. I don't think I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look
Well,
at me.
you will be after tonight because you get 15 points.
Well,
You
there you
get
go.
you get 15 points automatically for doing this.
Well,
If
thank
you
you, Pete.
stump them, if they go through and nobody gets it right. Hello, Dennis Noel, welcome in. And nobody gets it right, you get a 25-point bonus for stumping them.
Nice. All right,
So,
I'll take it.
so that's good stuff there. So Debbie Bernfeld, all aboard with Blake, Mike Beachman, Magical Mike, Magic Adventures, back to back, husband and wife team, balancing out. Joe Watchbrick, Jason Thibodeau, Kendrick, and Gloria Thibodeau, another husband and wife team there. Keith Winter, Lamont Gray, Theme Park Giant, Vicky Gillespie, Wish Upon a Disney, Fred O'Malley, Jonathan Chong, Stacy Rogers. Jonathan said he wanted me to make a public service announcement. The public announcement from Jonathan Chong is I am still beating Stacy. So there, I did it. Debbie Thunert, Fast Pass Radio, Detroit Diz, T. Marie's Place, Jennifer Caruso, Monterey Molly, Alyssa Neal, AJC Amy, and then it goes down from there. You got to be here to play. You got to be here to win the points. We gave out some great prizes on this last one. We gave out gift cards. We gave out a lug bag. We gave out a really, really nice, which Stacy can back me up on this, a really, really nice lounge fly bag. So we're going to do the same with this one. I'd like to give the prizes out at the announce the winners at our August event. That would be kind of cool. So, same standard points for tonight. We're going to read out 4 segments. The first 4 will be worth 10 points each. The if you get the 5th, it'll be worth 15 points. So 10, 10, 10, and 15. If you go 5 for 5, tonight is a bonus night. We don't do these all the time. If you go 5 for 5, it is a bonus night of 5 points per one, so a bonus of 25 points. There you go. We don't do bonus nights. We usually do them once a month. Again, you got to be here. If you see people on the list that are not on the list, you need to tell them they need to be here instead of running around acting crazy or doing somewhere else or, watching fishing shows. Get over
It's a
here. So they
special
can.
occasion. Scooter Adventures is here tonight, so a
Scooter
special occasion.
Adventures is here. And next week, I've already announced it. I had it ready over here, but come on. Next week is producer Preston sitting here, and that's going to be something. We're sitting talking to him. So, all right, we're going to get some stop signs up in the chat. Stop signs up in the chat. Wait for my friends to do that for me. We are 144 from 30K. Wow.
That's crazy. Blowing up.
It's I'll say this real quick. All right, let me do the first one, and I'll say this after this. First one, segment 1. Let's read it. Stop signs are up. Read me the 3 statements if you would, Mike.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to pull it up here. I'm
No
sorry
problem.
about that.
No problem.
All right.
Segment
So,
1, first 3 statements.
Yep, segment 1. The first one, I was a cast member for over 10 years.
Okay.
Number 2, I was on the David Letterman show with crazy pet tricks.
Uh-huh.
And number 3, I own more than 5 mobility scooters.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Segment 1, I
Yeah.
was a cast member for over 10 years. Number 2, I was on the David Letterman show with crazy pet tricks. And number 3, I own more than 5 mobility scooters. I know you live in New York or lived in New York for quite a bit, so this is going to be interesting. Okay. Drop your answers in now. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Drop it in there now. Got a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s going in, a lot of 2s,
Yep.
a lot of
I see
3s.
Fast Pass weighed in, Magical Mike weighed in. Look at
A
this.
lot of people in here already.
Jason Thibodeau.
Grandma
Everybody.
Grover. Hello, Grandma Grover. Good to see you tonight.
Hello, Grandma Grover.
Saudi Parks Live. She shouldn't play. Yes, you should. Well, you know all the answers. That's the problem. She does know all the answers.
Yes, exactly. That's my better half, Michelle.
That is
as you see
Michelle,
in our
everybody. We're
videos.
glad that she's here and joining us tonight, and I look forward to meeting her. And I'm glad you both
Yes.
are part of. I'm glad, the thing, and I'll talk about that. I'm glad you guys are both part of this community. All right, 7,
Thank you.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop signs up. Stop signs up.
There you
Thank
stop.
you, JC. All right. All right. Tell us, Keith Winter, I'll allow it. I'll allow it for Keith. There's the other stop sign. There we go. Okay. We're closed now on that. So tell me, Mike, what is the lie?
The lie is anyone who voted 2 is the lie.
2 is a lie. David
I
Letterman.
was
Okay,
not
so
on the David Letterman show with Crazy Patrick.
okay, 10 points to David T, Magic Adventures, Magic Fanatic. 10 points to
I've
Magic Mike.
I've been to a few tapings of filmings of the David Letterman show, but never a
Okay.
guest with the Patricks.
Hang tight 1 second for me. Vicky Gillespie gets 10. Jason Thibodeau, Fred O'Malley, Jill Watchbrick, Kendrick, Lamons Gray, Detroit Diz all get 10 points. So let's talk about that for a second. So you went to David Letterman, but you've never been on there.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Went to probably about 3 or 4 tapings when he was right there in Rockefeller Center.
Nice.
I never went to when he moved over to CBS and went to the Ed Sullivan Theater. I haven't been to that, but
I
I
would
went
have
to
loved
the
to have gone to that.
studio there.
That would have been
And
awesome.
yeah, all the Ed Sullivan. My dad actually sang on the stage. My dad was a singer back in the 50s, sang
Yeah.
on the stage when it was the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Very
so that,
cool. Well, that's
yeah,
very cool.
pretty neat. I remember he brought me there as a kid to
love-
that, and we just looked at the stage. There was nothing going on there. It was an empty stage, of course, long before it
Right.
was ever a Jim Colbert or. But
yeah, but
so
it was a
pretty-
Sullivan stage. That's the
Yep.
thing. You know, Ed
So
Sullivan.
my dad was
there.
on that stage singing. He, Mr. Scooter was out there singing.
I love that. Was that Letterman when he was after Carson? Yeah, that was after Carson. He
Yes.
was there. He never he only was on Carson's show, David T. He never was the host, planned host for that. That's for sure. Johnny wanted him, but nobody else did apparently. Cast member for over 10 years. What did you do as a cast member, if you don't mind us asking?
Oh yeah, that's when I worked over at the Richard Petty Driving Experience at the Walt Disney World Speedway.
Okay.
Right there. We've all been to the Magic Kingdom and TTC parking lot.
Okay.
Right across from there's a little gas station there. There's a big, it looks like a retention pond now, but that at one time was a 1 mile racetrack.
Yep.
Triangular racetrack, kind of like if you're a NASCAR fan, Pocono. It was like
Yep.
we called it a small Pocono, because it was triangular shape. Had a Lake Mickey in the infield, and that's where I worked for 10 years. I did merchandising and photography for the.
There's a good possibility that your path and mine crossed, and we didn't even know it, because my company, we always, for 10 years, we were at Shades of Green for our national corporate event.
Oh, Shades of Green used to come out all the time.
Okay,
They would actually be exclusive. They would have the whole track to themselves and bring a big group out.
Here's the story. There was a night when Richard Petty was at there with us. Richard Petty was tied in with one of our clients, and Richard Petty came to our meeting, and then we went over, and I didn't make it. I didn't make the cut. Unfortunately, I missed it by like 2 spots, but Richard Petty actually drove around like 5 of our people. They had the choice. They could drive and Richard could be a part of the side, or vice versa. So that was kind of cool. I'll never forget that. That was a great experience.
Yeah.
So
And I might have been there that night. You're right, because I do remember that kind of stuff happening over there at that
was
racetrack.
awesome. Oh my God, it was so cool seeing Petty driving the car. Yeah.
And it was amazing to work there because we had all the perks of being a cast member, but it was a participant company, like a third party company.
Right.
So we got hired and fired from the Richard Petty Driving Experience, but we had all the benefits of a cast member. So it was awesome.
Love it. Great for that. That's cool.
Yep.
And then you own more than 5 mobility scooters?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
I have the Revo 2.0 is what I use at the parks, Pride Mobility. And then I have a golden Buzz Around LX, and I have a golden Buzz Around XL, and I have a Phoenix 3, and I also have a golden a Light Rider, which kind of a 4-wheeler Light Rider.
Okay.
And I also have a Go-Go, a very popular scooter that you see at the parks.
Yes, they
all
are.
the time.
Go-Go's are. Wow, you got a lot. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yep. And I service them myself and fix them and all that stuff. So
love it. Before we go to segment 2, let me remind everybody, we are collecting birthdays. We are going to start acknowledging birthdays. So if you did not earlier in the stream and you want to now, by choice, not by demand, by choice, give us your month and the day. Debbie Bernfeld is tracking it. Month and day only. That's all we need. We're going to start this probably with July. By the time we get it all together, give us time to get enough all the birthdays. Debbie is going to track that for us. So if you have not done it, or you didn't do it, or you didn't hear us at the beginning of the stream, please put it in there. Again, we know that other people do it. We're just going to try to do it our own way. It's a highlight that was brought to us and something we're going to try to add more to keep community going over here on the Pete McDivitt Show. So I also wanted to say we were talking about right before this thing happened about the way things go. I should show this. I'm going to show it again on Friday. I actually got this from the baseball team for doing the announcing for them. This is pretty cool. This was presented to me by the athletic director and the coach. Here, if I can get it without dropping it. It is a,
Oh,
oops,
awesome.
it is a microphone with my name engraved on there. It says Catonsville Baseball. That was for me doing 3 years of broadcasting all their games for them, which I
Cool.
thought was really nice. So I wanted to share that. But what we were kind of talking about was you guys finding you guys and your better half that's in the chat, and so many others that are here
Mhm.
tonight that we found through this segment. And, this segment all started because, Jen and I were talking one night about, all these channels out there that are due Disney that we didn't even know about, much like yourself. And it's evolved into this whole thing of acknowledging 5 channels and letting them know we're doing it and, building a community for that for people that love
Yeah.
Disney. And it's funny. Yeah, there was I guess you'd call him celebrity, reality TV celebrity that passed away over the weekend, and that was Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty.
Mhm.
And I had the uh, I had the liberty of meeting his son. I never met him. I met Jep a while back ago at a military event. But I started following them because when I met Jep, he was just a nice guy and very, very pro-military and pro about the country and everything. And I really liked what I heard from him. And I started following his their whole thing with Duck Dynasty. And the one thing that I liked, that I took from it, and why I'm thinking of him today is, he always talked about the father. Phil always talked about um, a lot of everything with things with the Bible, and everybody's entitled to what they believe. I'm a Catholic, and I do, read passages and everything. While I
Mhm.
was really sick, Mike, and in the hospital, I tried to find my way by finding some things in the Bible, and I was really lost from the church and everything. And I truly believe that me finding this channel and doing what I'm doing, I've found a way back through Christ and back to the church now, and I am very happy about that. And
Yes.
um, I'm also, very sad that he, went through Alzheimer's and passed away because that's a tough way to go when you go. So my message here from all of this, or getting, all the way around the track to get to the door, is two things. One, treasure this time in your life, everybody,
Yeah.
because you just don't know when your expiration date is. Everybody has an expiration date when they start in this world. The minute you take
Mhm.
your first breath as a baby, there's an expiration date of some point. And and value those people around you. And for all of the people that are watching our channel and part of what we do, hey, tell a friend. You're going to be treated with respect over here. We're gonna have some fun. Do we step up to the line a couple times and have some innuendos and stuff? Yeah, it happens, but we're a
Yeah.
couple of we're adults on here. We love Disney. We love taking this advantage of this platform to take a break from life for a little bit. You get to meet new people. Mike, how long have you guys been down there?
I came down here in '98 when I moved here in '98 to start working
98.
at the Richie
Okay.
Petty driving experience.
So
So,
I'm sure you've met a ton of people down there,
yes.
that are through because of your YouTube or social media stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I have flat out no problem saying that I enjoy more now being down at the parks and seeing people and saying
Mhm.
hello, you know, and
Yeah.
sitting there, drinking a Grand Marnier slush and just laughing and having some fun. You know, I was when I was down there for Festival of the Arts, like was it 2 years ago? I guess now I was down. Jen was down there, and we were sitting there drinking Grand Marnier slushes with Mouse Talk and all these other people. It was like 10 creators around us, and all we were doing was talking about life and valuing each other. So
Yeah.
you know,
And that's the thing, and I've had that. I see that side of it now because I've had the Disney experience as a child, coming down with my parents as a little kid, and then the years that I worked here as a cast member, and then now as a vlogger, streamer, and creator, and then being at the parks and being recognized. I've already had a few people recognize. One person that watches your show and heard my name mentioned stopped me at May the 4th be with you over at Hollywood Studios and said, "Hey, do you have a channel?" And I told him, and he goes, "I thought that was you." He goes, "I heard you on Pete McDevitt show." And it was great to just meet people, and I thanked them for stopping us, and there
I
was
love
another
that.
guy we met that same day, and he had a young daughter who was in a wheelchair, and he saw some of the gear I had on my scooter, just started talking to us about it, and then he said, "You have a channel, don't you?" I said, "Yep." He said, "What's the name? Do you mind if I ask?" I said, "Yeah, Scooter Adventures." And he said, "Oh, my daughter watches your videos," and there she was, this little young lady in her chair. It was the greatest thing, and she has her own channel as well. So it was really neat to just meet the people at the parks and
So
know
it
that.
was it was Neil that you met that night.
Yeah, yes, it was. Yep, it was Neil. I'm sorry I couldn't remember the name, but yes, it was Neil.
Another
Yep.
New Yorkian.
Yeah.
The only thing, he's on the Mets side of New York. And
Oh, is he? Okay.
I first off, I'll say I'm glad you met Neil.
Yep.
Secondly, I apologize for you meeting Neil. I'm just kidding. I love Neil. Neil's funny.
I'm glad he stopped us. It was great. I was like, after that happened, I looked at Michelle and I was like, you know what? That's the greatest thing. He could have just walked by and recognized us, but he took the time out. He made a U-turn and came back and stopped us. And it was so touching that he did that. And I
I love
appreciate
it. He hangs out with us, but as people walk by and they're like Philly fans, he's like, "Get out of here!" He's screaming at him. I'm from New York. I'm like, "Can you
it.
tolerate that, Nick?" Neil. And then there was other times he'll sneak his trumpet in. He starts blowing it right in the middle of HEA, and I'm trying. He's crazy. He's crazy. He is a good guy. Magical Mike's. He's a great
Yeah.
guy. He is a great guy. I
I'm
feel
so
for him.
glad that he stopped us that day. I really am.
That's awesome. I love that. That's what I'm trying to do with this community is build more to where you meet people, you treat them, or if somebody's coming in that doesn't come down, and you hear, oh, so and so is going to be in town for the weekend, and they're going to be here, and people stop over and they say hello. Hey, I
Mhm.
wanted to see you. I wanted to stop by and see you. I see you on this. It's building that and treating people with respect. No
Yeah.
backstabbing. None. Don't have an agenda. Make your agenda. You can choose to be nice. You can
Hmm.
wake up every morning and you can choose to be nice and you can choose to be happy. And if you do
Yeah.
those things, you'll be surprised at what you can do. And I do give my thanks to God, because I think a lot of it, I could not be here right now. He could have chose to taken me home, and he's given me some
Yeah.
extra innings. So I love the fact that I'm here with you guys. That's awesome. All right, let's
Yeah,
go into
and I'm
segment
Catholic.
two.
I'm Catholic as well, Pete. So I do know. And actually, Michelle, if I could really say real quick, she recently on Easter, she converted over to Catholicism, and
Oh, nice.
she got baptized and made her confirmation on Easter Sunday, just a few weeks ago. So,
Well,
and I'm very proud of her to do that.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
So,
family. Welcome to
yes.
the family. I at some point I'm going to do something just like they did when we got the new pope and we got the black smoke, white smoke. I'm going to do that somehow like that with the channel. Maybe when Preston's ready to take over, we'll put it on the roof or something. We'll do something like that. So, that'll be something fun. All right, let's
That
go
would
to
be.
segment two. Segment two, three lies. Give me some stop signs, everybody. Sorry, I just, I'm passionate about what we're doing and passionate about the fun and we're trying to have here.
And I love the community that you're building. It's a great thing you got going on, Pete. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're glad we found you. We keep working every day to do that and to meet people and do things, and that's what it's a good thing. All right, section two. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, segment two. Number one is I tried out for the New York Rangers in college.
Okay.
Number two would be I went to the final game at the old Yankee Stadium. And number three, I have driven on NASCAR tracks.
Oh, okay. Number one, I tried out for the New York Rangers in college. Number two, I went to the final game at Old Yankee Stadium. Number three, I've driven on NASCAR tracks. 1, 2, or 3. Drop your answers in there now. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. All right, a lot of threes, some twos, a lot of ones. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop signs up. Stop signs up. There we go. Saturday at the Parks, your better half says, I agree. This community you're building and what you're doing here is remarkable. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Mike, what is the lie?
The lie is number 1. I did not try out for the New York Rangers in college.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Let's go. 10 points to David T, Alyssa Neal, Magic Mike, Stacy Rogers, Magic Adventures, Mike Beachman, Monorail Molly, Fred O'Malley, Jonathan Chong, Keith Winder, Joe Watchbrick, Lamont Gray, Grandma Grover, Kay Wilby, all aboard with Blake. Barbecue pits taste good. I could go for some barbecue right now.
Yeah, I
Jason
love that name.
Thibodeau. I would love, oh my God, pit beef. Jason Thibodeau, Susan Silva, Kendrick, all got it. Gloria Thibodeau got it. Detroit Diz, Debbie Bernfeld, all got points on this one. Oh my God, just some medium rare pit beef. Oh, the fixins. Oh yeah. Now I'm hungry. Goofy guy.
Now I'm hungry, Pete. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, now me too. Goofy guy, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. All right, let's get ready for segment 3. Segment 3.
All right.
The spell
Number
is
1.
broken. Grandma Grover says, hold on 1 sec. Let me get my stop signs up there. Stop signs up. Grandma Grover, the spell is broken. I love it. Jonathan's dropped him. Stacy dropping. All right, here we go. Segment 3. 10 points.
All right. Segment 3. Number 1. I worked with Dale Earnhardt.
Okay.
Number 2. I know Derek Jeter. And number 3. I have been to Richard Petty's house.
Whoop. Look out. We jumped over to the wrong thing. Hold on 1 sec.
There you go.
Let me come back in here to 2 truths. Okay. Segment 3. I worked with Dale Earnhardt. 2. I know Derek Jeter. 3. I've been to Richard Petty's house. 1, 2, or 3. Drop them in there. Drop them in there. 1, 2, or 3. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. 1, 2, or 3. What is the lie?
All over the board on this one.
3s and 2s. 3s and 2s. Got some bunch of 3s, some 2s.
Jonathan Chong. Oh, tough.
He's playing to win.
Yeah.
Can I read him again one more time? I worked with Dale Earnhardt. Number 1. Number 2, I know Derek Jeter. Number 3, I've been to Richard Petty's house. 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to count it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on, Sean. 2, 1. Put the stop signs up. There we go. Sean's in. Stop signs up. Okay, Mike, of those 3, which is all interesting, to be honest with you, I can't wait to tell it. What is the lie?
The lie is number 2.
Number 2, I know Derek Jeter. Okay, 10 points going to Magic Fanatic, Jill Watchbrick, Monorail Molly, Stacy Rogers, Neil of Nitro version. Dropping down, Mike Beachman, Keith Winter, Susan Silva, Magic Adventures, Jonathan Chong, Debbie Bernfeld, Barbecue Pits Taste Good, and Detroit Diz. All right, let me ask you here. First, have you ever met Derek Jeter?
No, I have not. I've seen him play many times, of course, but never actually personally met him.
The captain, I respected him. I loved him. He was a good
Oh, yeah.
athlete. Good. He was just a good egg.
As a Yankee fan too, I love Cal Ripken, so we're right there in the same.
Both good eggs, and both of them very good friends with each other.
Yeah, 2 classy guys.
Absolutely. You worked with Dale Earnhardt, so obviously we talked a little bit. But how did you Dale Earnhardt?
Years ago at the Speedway, during testing, did some photos and stuff like that. I actually got off to the side with them and did like a little one-on-one. And then years later, actually worked with Dale Jr. as well, and spent the afternoon with him. And
that is very cool.
Yeah, he was doing a photo shoot real quick. I know time is a factor.
That's it.
But he was doing a photo shoot with the swimsuit model, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, and they were just doing just some photos. And we had our race cars there that we were not on track that day.
Wow.
And he came over to us, and he knows he knew about the Richard Petty driving experience, and he said, "Hey, could I use we had a number 8 car, Budweiser car there. He said, "Could I use that car to give her a ride?" So I made a phone call, got it approved. We gave him the race car to use. There was no restrictor plate on it, which they usually have at Daytona. And so they said, make sure you let him know. Don't go crazy. There's no restrictor plate. So I said, hey, Dale, don't go crazy. You know, just watch your speeds. It came down from the top. Just watch your speeds. As soon as he got in the car, he did a burnout all the way down the length of pit road. So, he was abusing the car. He went out on the track, ran a crazy lap.
Wow.
And but we brought it back in one piece, so it ended well. But
I
it was
love
just a
that.
funny thing that happened that day.
I love that. That is awesome. And you've been to Richard Petty's house?
Yeah, yeah. Working for the Richard Petty driving experience. Every year, and it was in the summertime. And it was always the same weekend. But he did it for the Richard Petty driving experience employees and for the Petty Enterprises employees when he had his race teams. And he would invite everybody up to the house. And the big thing was no alcohol, absolutely no alcohol. But it would be a fish fry, and they would
Wow.
you name it, any kind of fish, shrimp, fries, whatever, and it would be right there at his house in Randleman, North Carolina.
That's awesome. I
And
absolutely love
they would
that.
have they would give hay rides around his property for the kids and stuff like that.
That's
Really
cool.
family oriented. It was a great time.
Very cool. Also, Nitro Neo is doing a swimsuit layout, I heard. So I don't know. I heard that that's coming up. We'll wait and see. So all right, we're gonna get ready here for segment number 4. Segment 4. We're gonna
Yep.
ask for stop signs. Oh, I can't do that because Monorail Molly.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
12 o'clock. Happy birthday to Monorail Molly in the chat. Everybody give Jen some love in the chat. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So there you go. There you go. Happy birthday.
There she is, right there. We're crying. 4 little crying faces.
She's
Laughing,
laughing.
crying faces. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, crying, laughing, and crying
Laughing.
at the same time.
So happy birthday to Jen. There. Just what you needed to start your birthday. There you go. Happy birthday. Right there.
Happy birthday, Jen.
So, all right. Let's get into it here. Segment number 4. Segment number 4. Let's get some stop signs up. I'm really hungry now. I really want something to eat when we're done here.
It's all that barbecue stuff, I'm
got
ready for some
I
barbecue
got
right now.
pizza in the fridge, but I don't think I want it. Yeah, I want pit beef with ketchup and mayonnaise and other stuff. So, all right, stop signs are up by Stacy. Somebody's got to wake up Jonathan Chong. Jonathan, I don't know stop signs up in French. What are we doing? Must have lost JC. All right, we'll go with Stacy's. All right, read the 3 statements for us.
All right, this is gonna be segment 4. Number 1, I love the taste of Beverly at Epcot.
Oh, okay.
And number 2, I have been in New York Yankees dugout. And
Okay.
number 3, I have a pilot's license.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. All right, I love the taste of Beverly at Epcot. I've been in New York Yankees dugout. I have a pilot's license. Jennifer Caruso had a pilot's license. Okay. All right. There's your statement. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Put your answers into the chat. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Barbecue Pit says, I love Beverly, but no one else does. Put your answers into the chat. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5. There's a bunch of you not in yet. Get your answers in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop signs up. Keith is in there. Detroit Diz. Debbie's in. All right, there we go. Stop signs are up. All right, what is the lie there?
The lie is number 3, I do not have a pilot's license.
Not have a pilot's license. A lot of people got it. T. Marie's Place, Magical Mike, Cruising Theme Park, got it. That's Stacy Rogers, Jonathan Chong, David T, Fast Pass Radio, Neil, Vicky Gillespie got it. Magic Fanatic got it. Mike Beachman got it. All Aboard with Blake got it. Fred O'Malley got it. Lamont Gray, Kendrick, Magic Adventures got it. Gloria Thibodeau got it. Keith Winter got it. Detroit Diz got it. Debbie Bernfeld got it. There you go. And just because it's her birthday, I'll give Jen credit for it because I know right now she's talking to her mom or something else. So we'll give her a birthday credit on that right there. Just that one.
Sidetracked. He's getting sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah. So talk to me for a second here. You don't have a pilot's license. Do you ever try for a pilot's license or
Yeah,
anything?
actually, I did years ago. I actually worked at an FBO, which is a fixed base operator
Mm-hmm.
up in New York, on Long Island. I worked as a lineman, but while I was there, anytime a plane would get serviced or fixed, of course, they have to do a test flight, and I would, anytime that something was going up with an instructor, I would hop in the plane, and while you're up there, just doing a little flight, just a little test flight, they would let me take over. I basically was getting free lessons. They taught me how to take off, taught me how to fly level flight, all VFR stuff. I never did
Right.
any IFR, but I've landed planes, taken off, and did straight and level flight, and even learned how to navigate for a little while. So
Neil,
I took
Neil
lessons,
says,
but never got my license. Never got my license.
okay. Neil says, was it Republic? I don't know. What does
No,
that mean?
no, no. Republic is in the middle of Long Island. I was out at in Shirley, which at the time was um what is it called now? Calabro Airport. It's a small little it was a tiny airport. Calabro.
Okay.
Brookhaven Airport, it was called.
Okay. That's a small little area up there.
Yeah,
You
very.
know, I
But it
used
was
to.
fun. It was a great. I would recommend it to anybody if you ever have a chance to fly or get behind the controls of a small aircraft. It's amazing. It really is.
It's a different thing. I used
Yeah.
to have to go up there for military stuff to the base, and there's a lot of Coast Guard stations up there, of course, on Long Island. But the
Hmm.
military base, the Army base up there, is so small. It was crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
I used to hit Hamilton, Fort Hamilton, then go over to there and keep me busy.
All
So
right.
you
Yep.
know, um, you have been in the Yankees dugout.
Yeah, at the old Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee Stadium. My aunt and uncle, Aunt Millie and Uncle Murray, as a matter of fact, they used to run the food and beverage, which at that time was Canteen Corporation,
Okay.
and
Yep.
they ran. And as a child, I used to, I was a young teenager. I used to go with them to the games and get to just, I wasn't working, of course, but I would watch the games, and I would have to hang around after work. The stadium would clear out. I would stay
Right.
with the security people, and now the place would be empty and we had to run to the place. They would walk us down to the locker room, walk us down to the dugout, been in the bullpen. I
Nice.
was in pretty much every crack and crevice of the old Yankee Stadium. I was very lucky and fortunate to have done that.
Wow, that's very cool. I like that. I've been an old Yankee.
Yep.
I've been on the field. I was on the field in Old Yankee. I stole dirt
Hmm.
in Old Yankee on a tour in a baby
There
food
you go.
jar. Right by third base. I was like, Nettles was here. I grabbed that. So and the
Yep.
last thing is you like Beverly. It sounds like you and Pitts are the only two that like Beverly.
Yeah, well, and I think Magical Mike likes Beverly too. So one of these days, I'm gonna have to have like a little head-to-head little challenge to see who could drink the most Beverly. But I actually do like the taste of it. As crazy as it sounds, I do like the taste of it. You
For a
know.
lot of for a lot of those that are new to our community, there is a friends channel called Dis and That. They went live tonight. If you go to their channel and you search, or Stacy Rogers may have the damn link somewhere, that we did a Beverly challenge for charity. It was before I got sick, so it would have been 2017 time frame, somewhere in there, I think.
Do you
And
partake in the Beverly yourself, Pete? Or no?
I
Or
was actually the play-by-play color announcer
did you
for it.
taste it?
I've tasted it before.
Not
But
bad.
the person who won, I think, drank close to 50 cups of it.
Oh,
50,
okay. They might have.
50, 50 or so Dixie cups of it, I think it was.
Wow.
It was crazy. There you go. It was on
Yeah.
Resort TV One. There's the link right there if anybody wants to check it out. I was the
Okay.
commentator for it. There's a lot of people from the YouTube community that were there that night that you'd be surprised. And that was the first time a lot of people saw me in this community here where I came out from behind the scenes. So, real quick before we get into the last
Awesome.
thing, I want to remind everybody real quick here. Let me take that off my screen. You can go back and check out all the 5 channels from last Sunday if you'd like. I want to remind everybody that Sunday night, Leanne Sherbick is our guest on the Triple C Show. We made the announcement at the start of the show. For those of you who missed it, Tyler Raymond Silva. Hello, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. For those of you who didn't see, Leanne Sherbick is coming to the channel with the Triple C ladies. It's going to be an amazing, amazing night. Can't wait for us to sit down and talk with her. Friday night on the Triple C shows, I'll be showing some very special videos of Preston from his awards banquet the other night for those who might want to see it. And we're going to have a good time in there. Looking forward to that. Next week on the show, live from Disney, will be Preston McDevitt as the Two Truths and a Lie guest. I have no idea what he's going to write. This will be a live reaction thing. I may get in trouble. Who knows? Because I know he's going to put something in there that I'm just gonna look at him and it's gonna all heck's gonna break loose. So, but Preston will be Two Truths and a Lie coming out here on there for that. So looking forward to that. Make sure that you're putting your birthdays into the chat. Make sure you're putting your birthdays into the chat. If you'd like to be, we're going to start doing that with July. Put your month and day, just like Jen did, May 29. Just put it in like that. That's all we need to know. We'll start that officially, fully, probably in July, maybe a little bit earlier. We will see. Want to remind everybody about this. I didn't hit this up, but this is important. Our good friend Joel Payne, I talk about it all the time. He sent out a very touching email about the support that he's been getting. Especially, he sent me a note about our community. If you're not familiar with it, Joel Payne is an incredible Disney fine artist, well respected and well known. And he is now doing his own short film. He's doing it for Christmas. There's another one. Detroit Diz dropping it in, Debbie. Make sure you get these, dear, please. It's going to be an incredible, incredible short film. Everybody that supports him over on Patreon, you have the chance to be in the film with a character under your name, which is really cool that he's doing that. Here's a little sample of it.
Long before I would be known as the Santa Claus, there is a wondrous place. There is a magical fable about the first elf. It's a short film.
Can't express enough. The cheapest one over there is like $5. It's not that expensive. He's doing all this digitally himself. If you'd like to be involved, he's told me 100% the people from our community will get taken care of. So just go over there. If you're over there, you'll get an email every day. I get an email every day from him on an update of we created a character, or we built on the storyline, or we do it. I can't wait to see this short film. That looks
What a
incredible.
voice, Pete. What a voice. You hear that voice?
He is we interviewed him
That's
a while
amazing.
back. If you didn't get to see that interview, go check it out with him. He was a backup voice for the Ghost Host Welcome in Haunted Mansion. He does
Oh.
that. He actually did it live on the show. He still owes me a thing for me thing. I got to send him a note and say, hey, when are you doing that? I got to get that from him. But this is going to be a huge project. It could get picked up. He's selling it to Amazon. He's trying to get to their Prime. He's selling it to Netflix. He's presenting it to all these. If it gets picked up by one of these things, this thing could take off, and you could be in there because you were part of it. It's pretty cool. Also wanted to talk about this real quick before we do the fifth and final number there and give out the 15 spot prizes. And we'll also ask John to let us know if anybody's up for the perfect score tonight. We interviewed James a little bit ago. It was a fantastic interview. He worked with Theron Skis, who is that Disney Imagineer. And he wrote this book, and Disney loved it so much they've been pushing it out themselves. They've had him to all these events. He's a New Yorker too, I believe. Moved down there, James is,
Oh.
and his book is so well received by Disney. They have asked him to write a follow-up sequel to it, but they want this one to be about how does Disney affect basically the people outside the parks, like all of us back home. So James, because of his interview here, and because so many people affected him during the interview with the chat, has offered to allow you to send in your stories of Disney, and he will give you full credit in the book. He's going to put your quote in the book with your name, and it's going to be under the Pete McDevitt Show. So all you got to do, and let me show you this. He sent this to me. It'll take a minute. Check it out.
"57-year-old guy on a Disney ride crying." So, you know, after a few more moments, I realized I was feeling this feeling of like wonder. And I realized it was childlike wonder, you know, and we don't get to experience that much as adults. So I got off the ride, was walking out. I remember it exactly in my head going, how does Disney do that?
Disney's gone to your heart before they went to your head. Little things that you don't even know were in place, but you felt it.
I did over at Norway. We redid the bakery, and I did the interior of the bakery. And a girl from Norway came back from holiday, and she came back and she said, "You know what? This reminds me of my grandmother's house."
We go to the dinner, and dessert is coming out. And at this point, there's a bit of a presentation, and all the staff comes out, and suddenly Mickey comes out, and my 3-year-old nephew stands up, and he's pointing, and he's so excited he can barely get the words out. He's pointing, and he says, "He's here! He's here!" And he turns to my mother and says, "I didn't know he'd be here!" And he's just beside himself. And at that moment, my mother just turns and looks, and I can see her. She's starting to well up a little bit, and she said, "With everything it took to get everyone here, all the time, the cost, the scheduling, that makes it worth it."
So the key with that, guys, is if you'd like to submit your story of how Disney affects you outside the park, a short story, a great story, whatever you'd like to share, go over to howdoesdisneydothat.com. It says submit your story and just put in there Pete McDevitt show and then put your story, and he's going to put you in the book. And this is happening. This is not a hope that's going to happen. He is committing a whole chapter to the Pete McDevitt show, our community, and what we're doing. Mike, is a great opportunity to get out there and to be in a Disney book. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I want to be a part of that myself. Definitely.
It's nice for him to do that. He didn't have to do that. That was, something that he decided to do. So again, thank you for that. And finally, just a reminder for Tuesday. I love a big crowd in here when we're interviewing these amazing artists because you get in there and you get to them and you say hello to them. It gives you, if you're down there and you see them in the parks for these, next year's Festival of the Arts, which I will be there 2 of the weeks, it gives you a chance to say, "Hey, I saw you on the Pete McDevitt show," and open that line of dialogue with them. And who knows? And I can tell you, as we bring it back over here and get ready to do the fifth one, for the charity events that we're doing in June and August, I have almost every artist that we've interviewed has sent me something private to put to give away as part of that, and we
Wow,
will be. So yeah, it's incredible, right? I mean, I had a
that
couple
is.
of the artists, two of the artists sent me like $50 to $60 pieces from the meetup, from the that were the same ones that were from the festival. These books from like Scooter's book is like 20 some dollars on Amazon. Then they signed it with he did a personal drawing in there. You can't get that
Hmm,
anywhere.
yeah.
Noah sent me three of his books or two of his books. They're all signed inside and everything. So it's just a nice thing. I'm also going to have, I should show everybody this. This will be in one of the prize funds. I'm not sure which one, but this is the book by the Dapper Danielle, Disney's Magic Kingdom, and I am meeting with her when I'm down there next week, and she will be signing this.
Yeah, I've
That
been listening to that. Actually, that audiobook. I'm working on that audiobook right now. I've been listening to that back and forth to work
that
the last few days.
Danielle's a great person, great person. So,
Very, very well done. That's very well done. That it's the way it's read, and it's a lot of. She gives a lot of the history and the backstory of a lot
oh yeah,
of the rides and attractions, and I
she
love
knows
that.
her stuff. She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a signed book by her. to give away also. So a lot of good stuff coming here on the
Mm-hmm.
channel with what we're trying to do. All right, let's hit it because I want to finish this up and tidy things up so everybody can get to bed. I'm the proud owner of Joel Payne's painting from the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, David T won that. That Joel Payne, I got to reach out to him and see if I can get him to do another one for me. He gave us the Haunted Mansion painting that he did with the Madame Leota ball over top floating that he made, and he signed it and wrote a personal message on the back and everything. So
Awesome.
that's pretty awesome. All right, let's do 15 points. John, do we have anybody eligible for tonight's perfect score? I don't know if we do or not. John will let me know.
Who's
Segment
pitching
5, stop
the
signs up.
perfect game? Anyone have a perfect game going? Who does?
Anybody got a PG? Anybody got a PG? Not a PB, personal best. Not a PB and J, Debbie. We're not talking about sandwiches. Making sure Debbie knows. She might think we're talking about jelly. All right, segment 5. Let's read them out.
All right, here we go. Number 1, my relatives helped build the Statue of Liberty. Number 2, I am an avid golfer.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, I was in a New York Jets and Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, okay. Your relatives helped build the Statue of Liberty. You're an avid golfer. Number 2. And number 3, you were in a New York Jets and Super Bowl commercial. All right, that's an odd one. Let's see. 1, 2, or 3. What is the lie? 15 points on the line. 15 points on the line. John will let us know at the end if we had any perfect scores.
A lot of
15 points on the line. 15 points. Got some 2s. We got some 3s.
Magical Mike weighs in. Let's see.
Got a lot of great people in here tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here, being a part of this.
Fast Pass Radio. He was on recently, wasn't he? Didn't you have Fast Pass
He was a great guest. Anthony was a great
Yeah.
guest. Love him.
I was
Glad
watching
that he's a friend of the community. We've met so many good people.
Great
Hopefully
guy.
I'll meet him when we go out to California at some point.
Yep.
That's my goal. All right, I'm going to start counting it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to say thank you to all the people that are members of the channel for supporting. Everything you do goes back into the channel. Thank you so much. Very grateful for that. Thank you to the moderators tonight. Moderators, just a reminder, if you're moderating for me, it is an expectation that you go into the mod chat when you come in and that you're in blue, that you actually do some moderating. That is an expectation we have going forward. So please make sure that you are doing that with me. All right, we got the stop signs up. Thank you. Thank you. What is the lie?
The lie, Pete, is, of course, I'm not an avid golfer. So that would be number 2 is the lie.
Number 2. 15 points goes to Barbecue Pits Taste Good, Cruise and Theme Park Guide, David T, Monorail Molly, Magical Mike, K Will, nope, Magical Mike, not K, sorry K, Vicky Gillespie, Magic Adventures, Magic Fanatic, Keith Winter.
I know Magical Mike got it. I did notice that. Yep.
Kendrick, Debbie Bernfeld, Detroit Diz, Jonathan Chong, and Gloria Thibodeau. That's great. All right, as we're finishing up here, John will take a look at it and see who got the 5-point bonus all the way through. Congratulations to those who did that. We'll know that in just a little bit as we're finishing up here.
Magic Adventures has all 5 of them. Woohoo! Did you get all 5 Magic Adventures?
Late to the party. Epcot forever. Hello, Jordan. Every Wednesday we're here, Jordan, hanging out. It's good to see you, buddy.
Jen had a perfect score.
Nice. Well, Mike will document that for us in just a minute. I'm sure he's so quick on all this stuff. I can't keep up. Just a reminder to check our friends out at Scuda Adventures. We would pin the link to the top of the chat. You can open that link at the top and just give them a follow and check them out. Say hello to them when
Thank
you're
you so much,
in the
everybody.
parks. When is your next live or video coming out?
I was actually hoping to be out there. It's very rare that we get out there during the week, but I actually have a doctor's appointment out in Altamont Springs tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'm thinking about going to the parks, and I might try to stream tomorrow afternoon about noon or 1 o'clock. So
Nice. Okay.
at one of the parks. So
Look for
or
them.
maybe even multiple parks for that matter. So
Okay. Look for Scooter Adventures out there doing their thing. Again, I will be in town 1 week from yesterday, so it's under a week. Next Wednesday, we will be broadcasting, streaming, whatever you want to call it, from Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios next Wednesday, the 4th. You can look at all my upcoming streams. They're all posted for the parks that we will be at. We are going to one park and one park only. So if you see that I am going to be streaming at Epcot that night, we will be at Epcot all day. If you happen to be over there during the day, you can look us up. Preston and I will be flying around. I will be on a scooter myself, courtesy of Park Hopper Choppers, and having some fun with that. I thank you for being on here tonight. Appreciate you and your better half being in the chat as well, and
Thank
just being
you.
being
Thank
a part of this community and what we do, and trying to bring the magic. It's
you.
important.
I can't thank you enough, Pete. This means the world to us to be a part of this tonight and to be welcomed into this great group of people. And it's just I look forward to going on and meeting. I know I already have met many of the people in that room. They've been in some of my chats online, and I look forward to meeting you when you come down. So, all of us down here in this community in Florida, when we might not let you leave, we might want to keep you down here. Well,
That
we're
will
rolling
be
out the red carpet for you when you get here. We're all looking forward to it.
Well, I'm excited. Preston's excited. Going to be a lot of friends down in there. Don't forget, again, happy birthday to Jen. Obviously, as we're going out too. Don't forget, you will have tomorrow Doug over on his channel in the morning, 9 a.m. for his coffee talk, talking Disney, acknowledging who's all live and all that. And then tomorrow night, or tonight, for Jen's birthday. So this morning at 9 o'clock, Doug, and tonight at 7 p.m. over on Doug's channel. It's going to be a good time over there when they're doing the Shade Room Runway. Jen may have a birthday cake, a cookie, a cupcake, I don't know, something. Who knows? Who knows what they'll do over there? Thank you all for being here tonight. Don't forget, big things for Preston on Friday night. Looking forward to that. Should be a good time as well. Make sure you wave to this guy on the way out. It's always important. You got to wave. Are you familiar with the wave? Do you know about the wave?
No. Is it this kind of wave or?
Yeah, that's
what
that kind of wave. There's always a guy in the background.
Hey friends, it's Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow, and you're watching The Pete McDevitt Show. We'll be right back.
Would you do the bumper, please? I need another bumper. The bumper? Yes, for the channel. The last time I bumped you, you tried to sue me for bumping into you. Well, hey, you can't touch me, though. Could you do the bumper? Okay. Guys, make sure you check out Pete McDevitt. Amazing channel, amazing person. We appreciate your support. I want to thank Shane for being here today to do the bumper with me. This was fantastic. Please hit the like and subscribe and follow Myers and the Mouse, or at least iPhone. And Shane, bye.
That's terrible.
You know. Hey, it's Tim and Jen Tracker, and you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's Pat from Rope Drop. Welcome to the Pete McDevitt Show. We'll be back in just a minute. I've got to go dry off. It's soaking here today. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back soon.
Hey everybody, it's JoJo and you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Disney Baker, and you're taking a break from the Pete McDevitt Show. What do you know? This does record upside down. Well, now back to Pete's show.
Hey everyone, it's the Dapper Danielle. We are having a magical day here in Epcot, and you are watching the Pete McDevitt Show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow along for more magical content.
Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV One and Retro TV One Tech, and you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show, and he will be right back.
Hi, I'm Zippity Doo Dog.
And I'm Scallywag Steve.
And you're watching the Pete McDevitt Show.
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.